ダルビッシュ有選手の驚異的な投球、皆さんご覧になりましたか？ 7 種類の変化球を駆使し、ドジャース打線を翻弄。大谷翔平選手や真永翔太選手、山本由伸選手も含め、日本人投手たちの活躍に世界が注目しています。その姿を現地の反応とともにお届けします。面白いと思ったらチャンネル登録をお願いします。
Even at one game apiece in both of the division series with Alex Rodriguez, David Ortiz, Derek Jeter, and Dontrelle Willis, Matt Vasgersian. I mean, this was an absolute muscle-flexing feast that the Padres had at the Dodgers' expense tonight. 6 home runs.
Yeah, I mean, I thought early on they were going to score a lot of runs, and that came to be the case here. But the story is Yu Darvish. Yu Darvish went out there. He kept them off balance the entire game, and they played unbelievable defense behind him. We talked about it. All 3 outfielders. Arise made a couple great plays at first base. One of them stopped the Dodgers' momentum, the line drive double play. But, if you're going to pitch, you're going to have to play defense behind, and that was pretty impressive.
I want to hear what D-Train had to say about Yu Darvish keeping Ohtani off of balance that bad. Like, I haven't seen Ohtani look like that on pitches. Like, this is the guy that I can tell you that he stay on off-peak pitches better than anybody I have seen. But he seems like he was having difficulties tonight trying to catch up with a backdoor slider from Yu Darvish, and plus the fastball. Like, he was absolutely off. So I'm wondering, I would like to see the breakdown of it.
Yeah, I mean, this is really the story is Yu Darvish, and like Derek said, defense. But Yu Darvish is so rewarding to see him come so far. All 3 of us faced him and faced him a lot. And the fact is he had 69 pitches through 6 innings. I remember with the Rangers, that'll be a good 3 innings. So credit to him. He's like a mad scientist. And credit to the Padres staff that has let him be creative, think outside the box, use all 7 pitches. And tonight, D-Train was talking in the green room. He was about 75% soft of some type of version of a cutter, fastball, and, of course, 5 or 6 different breaking balls.
Shohei Ohtani had said leading up to the game that Yu Darvish was his idol growing up in Japan. And D-Train, we're going to go to the train station here. It would seem like the got the best of the pupil in this matchup.
Listen, I thought Yu Darvish was absolutely outstanding. He kept that whole Dodger lineup off balance all day, and the focal point was Shohei Ohtani. And once Shohei Ohtani was off balance, you could tell that Yu Darvish's mound presence and confidence was outstanding. I thought the slider, the depth change on that pitch, it looked a lot like the split finger, as you can see by the breakdown. Live low, live long, keep Shohei Ohtani on the ground, and really keep the supporting cast off the bases. And when he threw that whooper-duper at 73 miles an hour, because of the velocity change, Shohei Ohtani had a difficult time squaring up the baseball and keeping the baseball in the air. So that was the matchup. I thought they did an outstanding job of just game planning and going out there and executing all day long. Also, mechanically, he threw a couple wrenches at the Dodger lineup, being able to vary his times to the plate. So he was absolutely outstanding, and it really gave a jolt to that offense to be able to score the runs. So they're going to be feeling very good going back down to San Diego because of Yu Darvish.
Well, Darvish had a really big start against the Dodgers in the 2022 Division Series when San Diego bounced L.A., and a big start here tonight. In fact, you could make the case that this was among his best, if not his very best, postseason start. And let's keep in mind the fact that he wasn't even with the Padres for much of the season. Came back in September, threw the ball well, and they're going to lean on him from here on out.
You know, talking to a few people today from the Padres organization, the one thing they focused on with Yu Darvish has been really, well, look, it's getting late here. Let's see, here we go. More focus. Yeah, the focus, I had to write it down because the focus has been on command and really trying to get quick outs and induce weak contact. And that's why you have 69 pitches after just 6 innings, right? Before, he was trying to strike everybody out, get swing and misses. He's going back to pitching. And by the way, this looked like an 80s, 90s type win with great pitching, good contact, and tremendous pitching deep in the game.
There's such a variation from his speeds, right? You know, his fastball, and he's flipping, what'd you guys, 7? You said 7 pitches?
Yep.
D-Train said he had a whoopie-doo. What do you call it?
Whoop-de-doo slider.
Whoop-de-doo slider. I mean, you have so many different pitches with so many different speeds. And he was flipping breaking balls in there when he was behind in the count. Mm-hmm. And you know, as a hitter, usually when you get the advantage, you're looking for one pitch in one spot, but he had control over his off-speed pitches, and I tell you what, that's a tough recipe right there.
You hit a good point when you say that those 69 pitches with Texas would have been 3 innings. The difference that I noticed, I face Yu Darvish a lot, and the difference that I know tonight coming from him, thinking about back then when I used to face him, it seems like he was more afraid of contact back then. And that's why he was waggling around the plate more likely before. Now, all of a sudden, he's throwing his pitches executable in the strike zone. And that's the difference, pitching 3 innings, 69 pitches, than pitching 6, 7 innings, 69 pitches.
And, Papa, I love what you're saying. And if you're a young kid out there, you're a teenager, you want to be a pitcher, 7 innings and only 2 strikeouts. It's okay. The bottom line is you got to win. It's not you want to go pitch 4 innings with 9 strikeouts and 7 walks. You got to pitch. And tonight, Yu Darvish put on a master class.
You have defense behind you, and the defense for them showed up and proved it today.
Great defensive day for the Padres. 7 innings from Yu Darvish. Great defensive night. 6 homers. And Ken Rosenthal is standing by with a rookie who collected 1 tonight as well. Dodgers superstars, namely Shohei Ohtani, coming out and kind of stealing the thunder. The Padres are not out superstarred here. They have big name players of their own, and they showed up in game 2.
I mean, at the end of the day, we've talked about it all day, whether it's, Bryce Harper, Ohtani, or Aaron Judge. The postseason, Papa, you have 3 rings. G, you have 5. You guys were your very best in October. Look, the Padres tonight, their superstars played much better than the Dodgers superstars. You look at Bogaerts, Machado, and Tatis, 5 for 13 with 3 home runs. The 3 stars for the Dodgers, 0 for 10, and there you go.
Waiting to visit with the star who kind of headlines the act for the San Diego Padres, and that's Manny Machado taking some time with us. Manny, congratulations on the win tonight. What is it against the Dodgers in that ballpark that brings out the absolute best in you?
I don't know. I mean, it's a great stadium. The fans, when you come in here, especially postseason, you're going to hear it a little bit. And, we definitely heard it today. And we just went out there and just try to perform, try to play our game, try to play the best game the Padres could play like we've been playing all year. And, keep passing the baton. It's not just going to take a few of us. It's going to take this entire team, this entire organization. And, we did that tonight.
Hey, Manny, Alex here. Congrats on the big win. Like I've said all along, you're the heart and soul of that Padres team. I love what you did today. Now, you're swinging the bat great. You have for most of the second half of the season, and defense has been outstanding. But tonight, you pulled a Poppy. You pulled that team together in the dugout. What was your message at that pivotal point for that young team?
Stay focused, man. I mean, you guys have played. You played in New York. You played in Boston. You coming into LA, it's a big environment. So, trying to just take us off our game right there. We just got to stay focused, stay in task in hand. And, at that point, 7th inning, we got 9 outs left. And just trying to stay focused and not let the crowd noise or, any of the outside noise, get to us and just play our game.
Mr. 305, you boy Big Papi right here. Congratulations, man. Hey, listen, you got caught up on fire second half of the season, and you haven't stopped. And now facing these Dodgers that you guys facing all year round, it seems like you guys keep on going, keep on attacking, even losing the first game the other night. What was the feeling coming into the field today, thinking about what happened yesterday?
I mean, just like another day, we've been doing it all year. I mean, it was a tough loss yesterday. You kind of just, wear a little bit and then, put it behind you and, game plan for tonight. And, like today, we enjoy this victory and, enjoy this off day tomorrow and then get ready for Tuesday at Petco Park. This team has been resilient all year, man. I mean, it's gratitude to these guys, man. They push me every single day. We push each other in there in the clubhouse. Everyone was pulling for each other. I mean, we had great at-bats 1 through 9 today. Our pitching staff, obviously, we played a hell of a defense behind them today. And, this is a family. It's a family. And, when you have that going, man, it's a beautiful thing.
Manny, what's up? This is Derek here. Let me preface this with Alex and I are sitting here next to David. And when we played against the Boston Red Sox, we strongly disliked each other. I mean, we had scuffles, had fights, we had everything. I didn't like you. I didn't like you at all, man. I'm here now. So I know that there's a lot of bad blood between you and the Dodgers. You don't have to get into that specifically, but how much joy do you have coming into Dodger Stadium and beating these guys?
I mean, this is postseason baseball, right? I mean, this is the rivalry, obviously. You know, we've been going back and forth for the last couple of years. You know, they got the upper hand, obviously, you know, and you know, like I've said it before, we want to get to where we want to get to and bring a championship to the city of San Diego. We got to go through the Dodgers. I mean, it's plain and simple. There's no mathematical equation, no nothing to it. I mean, it's plain and simple. We got to go out there and beat the best team. And you know, every single time when we come out here, we got to put on our best baseball pants on, best uniform we got, and go out there and compete and leave it on the field. Yeah, obviously, you know, they want to win. They want to do stuff too as well. But you know, our team out here, we're just focused on what we got to do and go out there and compete for 27 outs and be the last team standing at the end of it.
I love it.
Manny, kind of a related question. There were so many mini moments that were emotional in this game tonight, and one of them involved you and Jack Flaherty after the strikeout. Walk us through what happened here.
I mean, he made good pitches, right? He made good pitches. I missed that first one. He dotted another slider. He won the battle. I mean, it's plain and simple. I give credit to when credit's due, right? He made his pitches. He got it out of there, and you know, I mean, obviously, it's a competition, right? I mean, he wants to win. I want to win. I'm doing it for my team. He's doing it for his organization, and it's a competition that once you put on that uniform, you step in between those lines. I mean, it's a battle, man. There's a lot of emotions going through the game. Obviously, with this crowd and in his hometown, you know, we're just trying to go out there and compete every single time, and you know, the emotions run through the postseason, and that's what the beauty of this is, man. You got to go out there and compete and continue going. I don't think this is the end of it, but we're going to continue going and we're going to continue to compete.
Mr. 305, I have a serious question, man. Would you prefer to play for me or to play for these two little birds right next to me right here?
Hey, Poppy, come on, man. You put him in a tough spot there now, man. We got three legends. We got three Hall of Famers. I can't pick three Hall of Famers. I'll pick all three of you. Hitting coach, manager, assistant manager now, because we got two managers nowadays, right?
Hey, Manny, please tell Big Poppy that you were at my house when you were 16 years old.
You're right.
From the 305,
You're right, Alex.
baby.
You're right. Yeah, hey, we got to stick. 305 sticks together always.
That's amazing. We got two guys.
I love you,
playing
kid.
Manny Machado. Manny, we appreciate the visit. Congratulations on the win, and good luck in San Diego.
Go get him.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
You know, let's continue the conversation here about leadership. And Poppy, I want to go to you on this because, you know, the mid-game team meeting is not something that everybody's able to pull off. You were able to do it. Talk about what it means when that happens to a team. But the emotion there was interesting because I think a lot of the Padres were startled, and there was about a 10-minute delay. We were all watching the game saying, what's this going to do to Darvish?
Yeah.
How are the Padres going to respond? Then you had the team meeting, and they responded by hitting 3 more homers and winning in a laugher.
Yeah, again, I mean, one thing about the Dodger fans, they're unbelievable fans, and don't let one fan really kind of show that is what everybody's doing. I think it's a great job to scream and do all of that. One fan can screw it up for all, so make sure the Dodger fans are great. But again, the most impressive part of that whole thing, my concern is what's going to happen to you, Darvish? He's pitching a gem, and you're sitting there for 10 minutes, and it's like he's on ice, waiting to shoot a free throw or a field goal, or in this case, pitch. And to his credit, his maturity, it was like nothing happened. He got the little walk.
Preach!
He recovered, and boom, you Darvish, the star of the game.
2 wild National League Division Series games, and all 4 teams could use a day off. They're going to get it tomorrow.
Shoot, I've seen over 1,000 games here, well over 1,000 games in this ballpark, and I've never seen anything like that. And so obviously there's a lot of emotions and things like that, but that's something that should never happen. And I guess I was pretty naive too as far as the specifics, but I know that security handled the person that was involved as far as, you know, throwing the baseball in the field, and you just never want to see that. And like I said, I've seen so many games at Dodger Stadium, and our fans are as good as any that I've ever seen.
All right, so Walker Buehler will get the ball in Game 3 in San Diego, and it's been a little uneven for Walker since coming back into the rotation. It's funny how the momentum changes so quickly in a best-of-5 series. San Diego seems to have it, and now we're talking about how the Dodgers are going to react on the road in San Diego for 2 games.
It's going to be crazy. And look, I mean, could the Padres, as hot as they are, maybe finish them in San Diego? Maybe. But here's what it does. And, Derek, you mentioned a win's a win and it's 1-1. However, here's where it's different. When you're playing 2 games, you know that if you have to come back to Dodger Stadium, you can come back and play well in that tough environment. And the Padres know that, and the Dodgers know that. So tonight's win, while it only counts for one, mentally it counts a little bit more.
Well, I do agree with that, but also these guys have played each other so much. They're very, very familiar with each other, so it's really nothing new. You talk about the Padres team going home. Like I said before, every one of their starters had a hit except for one. These guys are going home feeling good right now, but I would expect the Dodgers to bounce back. They'll be ready. It's a veteran team. I think if it was a young team, it might be a little bit different. This is a Dodger team that's lived in the postseason for many years, so I would expect them to turn the page and show up.
You know, watching this game tonight, it made me feel back in those days when we used to go against each other because that fire was there tonight. Like, I think that what happened tonight in the seventh inning, it kind of wake up some.
Wake up the monster.
So he wake up something. Trust me. The next game over there in San Diego, it's going to be interesting to see.
Hey, fellas, I want to know what you think about this here because, you know, you have Ohtani, Betts, Freeman. They went 0 for 10 today. Sometimes when you're at home, there's so much pressure. There's so much, you got to leave tickets. You got to do this. Sometimes going on the road is like, it changes it up a little bit. The pressure's back on the Padres. So I guarantee you, Betts and some of these guys, they're happy they're going down 100 miles south to play in another park. Derek?
I'll tell you two things. One, when you're playing on the road, you get a chance to score first because you hit first. And if you're going to win a championship, you have to play well on the road. You have to win on the road. So I know back in the day, I didn't mind going on the road, even starting series on the road, because, you know, you get a chance to give your pitcher some breathing room before he even takes the mound.
And I'm pretty sure Ohtani did interview until like 5 a.m. last night.
Hey, Matty, here's a Derek Jeter story. We're talking about World Series. We're on the bus heading to Philly, and it's about 4:30, about 4 o'clock bus, and he goes, "Get ready, y'all, because I'm swinging at the first pitch. First pitch knock." And that's exactly how it happens. So to your point, you get to hit first, and that sometimes it works for Derek, it works for us, it might work for the
Maybe
Dodgers.
it'll work and get Mookie Betts going. 0 for 22. They've got to get him.
Come on, Mook Dog, let's go, man.
Yeah.
That's
We're
my
going
dog.
to Jurickson Profar coming up after a quick break. An emotional night for him after a big San Diego victory. And highlights from the bank. Possibly the best postseason game of the year, as the Phillies are right back in their best of 5. I'm swinging at the first pitch, he said.
Come on, Mook.
First pitch.
True story.
Knock.
パドレスが6本のホームランを放つ大爆発。そしてダルビッシュ有選手の素晴らしい投球が光りました。特に注目された大谷翔平選手との対決では、ダルビッシュ選手が見事に制しました。7回2失点と安定感抜群の投球でした。この勝利でシリーズは1勝1敗のタイに。パドレスにとって大きな自信となったことでしょう。皆さんの感想はいかがでしたか？ぜひコメント欄でお聞かせください。では次回の動画でお会いしましょう。ご視聴ありがとうございました。